going to change is if we disappear.
We gotta focus on the reason why we started everything. Why we woke up early in the morning to grind. Why we cried those tears. When we wanted the world to say yes, but everyone continued to say no. You see, you gotta forget about the dollars.
Can you unplug from people's ideas, from people's agendas, from people's viewpoints and perspective of you and life? Can you unplug?
Forget about the dollars that told you that you didn't have what it takes to be the greatest. You gotta reset.
What if you could just shut out every distraction? What if you could just shut out the world for just a season and focus on you? You have to disappear and put the work in and come back and shock everybody that doubted you.
You gotta understand the power of being alone. Let's go back into the darkness where all the greatness was created, where all the motivation was created. Let's get back to the beginning. Because only then will you hear the thoughts of the greats.
We celebrate athletes and we celebrate critical thinkers and innovators and actors, and we praise them and claim them our heroes, and we follow them by the millions. We love what they do in public, but you don't know the story behind the glory. You don't know the blood, the sweat. You can see the tears that they cried, the prayers that they prayed, the countless weeks where they went without sleep to get where they are. I'm just wondering if there's anybody here that is willing to go through the process in the dark room that prepares us and equips us for the stages of destiny.
Rise, let's ghost everyone. You gotta get back to that child that wanted to dream, that wanted to chase everything the world told him that he couldn't have. Yes, we gotta reset. We're surrounded by the noise. We're surrounded by the social media, the Instagram, all of these things that give us no fulfillment. And the reason why you feel this way is because you've been surrounded by negativity. You've been surrounded by individuals that call themselves your friend. But in all reality, they're just another energy drainer. They're just another person that wants to tell you that you cannot accomplish your dreams because they failed at every obstacle they ever tried to defeat. Let's go back into that hole. Let's go back into the darkness.
Some of the most monumental and transformational portraits and pictures that we've ever seen were developed in the dark room. I'm talking to that athlete. I'm talking to that administrator. I'm talking to that nurse, that doctor. I'm talking to that student. I'm talking to that communicator. I'm talking to that pioneer, that inventor. I'm talking to that entrepreneur. I'm talking to that preacher. I'm talking to that person who refuses to stay where they are. I'm talking to that person that doesn't have a problem laying in obscurity because you know that when you come out of the dark room, all eyes on you.
Rise from that ghost state. A new man and a new woman on its journey to greatness.
Why are you here? What is your destiny?
I got a question. What will you do when no one is watching? to bring something to this world that it never seen before.
One of the greatest challenges with disappearing is understanding the revelation of building in the dark. The secret of change is to focus all of our energy, not on fighting the old, but building the new, and specifically behind closed doors when nobody's looking, when no one is there to affirm you, when nobody's there to validate you, when nobody is there to agree with you, you build in the dark and you announce it when it's finished.
Let me tell you, you're gonna fight until you can't fight no more. And when you can't fight anymore, you're gonna lay down and bleed a while. And then you're gonna get up and fight some more.
Sometimes you have to fall back into the dark room and focus on you. There are too many people in your life who have left you. There are too many people in your life who have counted you out. There are too many people in your life who have whispered in your ear and said you'll be worse off without them. Prove them wrong. There are people in your life that claim to be your friends. And honestly, they're just standing there waiting to see you fail.
Yeah, you have those friends that come out to support you and tell you how great you are. But when they're driving off, leaving from the event, they're saying to themselves, I can do that better than him. Or I can do that better than her.
Disappear and do the work that is required. Sometimes you gotta take a break from disappearing.
Me without you, babe. Couldn't see me without you, babe.
Shh, chill out.
Gypsy, sitting looking pretty, a broken rose and laughing eyes. You're a mystery, always running wild, like a child without a home. You're always searching for a feeling, but it's easy come and easy go. Oh, I'm sorry, but it's true. You're bringing on the heartache, taking all the best of me. Oh, can't you see? Gas me up, give me motivation. When you come, you get destination. Gas me up, give me motivation. Come keep me alive, and I'll change your mind. Put me fine. I say no all night. When we loaded, loaded.
You're not gonna pay for the weekend? Yes. No, yeah, I got it. Actually, I was just hoping. I just
Same all your expectations of my love are impossible. Surely you know that I'm not easy to hold. It's so sad how incapable of learning to grow I am. My heart speaks in puzzling codes. I've been trying my whole life to solve. God only knows how I've cried. I can't take another defeat. Maybe next time will be the ending of me. Now that I see that love is a game for fools to play, and I'm fooling. What a cruel thing to self-inflict that pain. Love is a game for fools to play. I'm fooling. What a cruel thing to self-inflict that pain. How unbelievable I'll be to fall for the lies that I tell, the dream that I sell. Heartache is inevitable, but I'm no good at doing it well. Not that I care. Why should anything about it be fair when love is a game for fools to play? And I'm fooling. A cruel thing
morning. One sec. Damn, let me gather my bearings. All right, here we go. Get my water. Good morning. Whatever time it is. What time is it? Fucking every night. Almost 6 a.m. Got the body moving this morning. Woo! Still processing. Damn. Okay. Good morning. My name is RattleBones. And here is where movement is medicine. And we believe issues are in the tissues. There's no perfection here. It's just letting the music carry you, however that looks. I'm definitely going back, though, to the OG playground. It's so hard to move in this bathroom. It's slippery. I'm slipping all over the place. But we did it. We showed up. And for those who are here, welcome to the playground. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. It's not easy. And somehow I thought I'd turn off these comments, but oh well, venom is going to be venom. And what's really interesting, if you don't vibe with something, wouldn't you just leave? I don't understand. Why take the extra time to type? That's just part of the matrix, so rattlers, don't pay attention to it. That's not ours. So first and foremost, good morning, God, because that's who I'm looking at. It's my reflection. And God, Spirit, Source, Universe, whatever you go by, but I believe that's where we come from. We are creation, we are energy. And the same source that creates the birds, the bees, the planets, the dogs, the cats, the human body, I believe that's what created us. And with that being said, we are all one here. So judging means you're in the wrong spot, because we're not here to judge people. We're not here to bring people down, mock, especially what you don't understand. That is part of the matrix. They judge, they as in venom, the programming. So here we are. Anyway, yeah, I just needed to move my body this morning. My partner comes home today, so I'm going to do some Cinderella cleaning, clean the house, do some dusting. I'm just kidding. But I am going to do the laundry and make the house all pretty, because why not? So I'm cutting out a little bit early, but I really like doing the reflection. And so for those who are here, for those who moved your body this morning, thank you for showing up for yourself. Again, this is a sacred vortex where we can just be. Right? It's not about perfection. I know the 3D world loves perfection, loves choreography, loves the perfect thing, but not here. Because let me tell you a little something. I have a condo in Tempe, and there was a water leak. And so if life was just perfect, we wouldn't have like flat tires or shit, I forgot my lunch, or I overslept, or whatever it may be. So here we are not looking at perfection. We're looking at the present moment, because I believe that's all we have. So I wanted to create a space where any human being, anyone that feels called or welcomed, it's all a choice here. If you just want to move your body. I'm working on a different playlist because copyright is a real thing. So I have to do some research and find some really cool apps that allow me to use the music that I want to use. So I'm going to be doing that today, because why not? I want to make sure we're doing it right. So there's that. I'm new to YouTube. I'm new to this whole like copyright and stuff like that. So I just want to make sure that I'm following the rules. But yes, if this music that you hear vibrates your being and makes you just want to move before you start your day, before you wake up the kids, before you see your spouse, whomever, this is the place where we can unplug. And part of unplugging means we don't look at the comments because that's part of the 3D world. Venom is going to judge no matter what we do. That's just how it is. But we broke up with Venom. Venom is toxic. It's toxic energy. I would never be with someone that made me feel less than or made me feel like crap. So I leave, right? I grew up around violence and toxicity. I don't need to see it here. There's enough of that. So I don't pay attention to that. But the reason why I want to turn it off because I desire the rattlers to feel safe. So I got to do some more research on that. But anyway, I just want to say thank you for showing up. Thank you and believing in movement is medicine. This is a 6D vortex, which means nothing but unconditional love here. And just from my own personal experience in healthcare, underneath this flesh, we're bone. There's no labels, there's no gay, straight, bi, none of that crap, poor, rich, none of that. We are one here, oneness. Very simple. So anyway, I just want to say good morning, much love, and I love to give my rattlers a hug, a wing hug, because we are all angels here. Come here. Have a beautiful day, even Venom. Yeah, I know, Venom. I know. I see you, Venom. All right, much love, rattlers. Mwah.